Cruising the world, it comes with a certain risk, and especially crossing the big oceans. There are many hazards and many things that could go wrong, and there's not very much help. So we have to kind of be self-sustained and fix whatever happens. And the things we are worried about is capsizing, lightning strike, fires, falling overboard, losing the rig, hitting a container or a whale, or breaching the boat, something in the through holes comes apart and we take in water and we sink. So, why do we risk it?
We've decided to make a few instructive videos to explain how we cope with the risks, what equipment we have and what tricks we have to cope with the different scenarios. We're not claiming to have the right solution, we are not experts, and we're not trying to sell any equipment or anything. We just want to show you what we have and how we cope with the risks.
In this first safety video, we'll go through the scenario we are most concerned about, which is falling overboard.
So although these are not really the conditions we're most scared of falling overboard, we think this is a good opportunity to test the equipment and to illustrate to you how it works. If the swells are big and you're so unlucky to fall overboard at night while the other person is asleep, the chances of being found are very slim. Even in daytime, with multiple people on board, it can be a big challenge to stop the boat and turn around without losing sight of the person in the water. And if you do spot the person, getting that person back on board can be a big challenge, especially in rough conditions.
So our main rule on Wapiti is don't fall overboard. Simple. And to avoid this, we always close all rails around the boat. We have lifelines along the deck that we clip into, and we always wear our life vests. If the conditions are bad, or at nighttime, we always use the vests and we clip in.
If the worst somehow does happen, it makes such a difference if you're wearing a life vest. The bright color, the flotation, blinking lights, the reflective stickers, it all makes you so much more visible and really increases the risks of being found. Man overboard! The vest immediately inflates and the rescue me beacon is activated.
Our vests have a Rescue Me AIS beacon. It automatically opens and starts when it hits the water, and it alerts all ships nearby that have IIS, and it will sound an alarm on their system.
It takes a few seconds to alarm the navigation system, but then all the alarms go off to notify the remaining crew.
It will also show the position of the person overboard, so it's easy to go in the right direction to find that person. On this screen I can always see where the mob is, the man overboard. You can see the AIS. So I turn the boat around, and then I prepare a man overboard device. So the back here, close to the steering position, we have our two rescue slings. This is our rescue sling, and this is just a man overboard buoy. It is connected to the boat with a long line and also has a light. So at night you'll just throw both, but at daytime this is good enough, and this also is the one we will use to raise the person back on board. And of course, if we had sails, I'll just release everything and I get the halyard down, since we might need it when to pull Helena up. This towing around, I'll just drive around Helena so she can grab onto it, and then I'll pull her in.
Note the location of the personal AIS beacon. You are low on the water and its range is limited to line of sight, so make sure the beacon gets as high as possible. Even like this, in the best conditions, it will only be visible by ships at approximately 5 nautical miles. Unless you believe in a flat earth, which means it would go on forever.
When Helena has the rescue sling, we can pull her in.
We attached a lifting hook to our rescue sling so it easily hooks onto our main halyard. With an electric winch, it becomes quite easy and quick to lift up the person overboard. This is our biggest mistake. Even though it's a floating line, in big swells it could easily get stuck in the sail drive or the rudder. Learn from our mistake and always take all the line on board and keep it there.
So that's how we would rescue a semi-conscious Helena. If she's unconscious, we would have to use the straps on the vest, and I would have to swim in with the sling and connect it to her, and then I'd pull her in and lift her up like I did now. If not, I could also just pull her up the back. It will be more painful, but if we need to, we need to. And of course the best thing is not to fall overboard.
So always clip in.
Always clip in. And the conditions today is not what we'll have if somebody falls overboard. It will be completely different and much harder, and things will go wrong, and we would probably be sailing. So we'd have to let down all the sail. The AIS beacon is a real lifesaver because it always sends out the position of the man overboard. So even if you spend half an hour taking down the sails, you'll still find her or him if it's still sending. So that's why we like those. Rescue Me AIS.
So we have a light, a good hood back here
Get out of the spray.
to get out of spray, a lifting strap, a whistle, blow up if necessary.
So to conclude the video, we have Wapiti's key elements for man overboard. First, prevent falling in the sea. Flotation and visibility when you're in the sea. A means of alarming the crew. And a sling plus line to recover. And like always, test your equipment. Thanks for watching how we stay on board Wapiti, and stay tuned for our next video.
Titanic moment.